the folks at home, they got to know, since this is the name of the podcast, what do you got in the old whiskey bottle?
This is kind of like a dedication to Andy episode because my whiskey is from Washington.
Ooh, very nice. Woodinville.
Woodinville, which I thought I had like an inkling that we had this before, but I looked it up and we have not. So I think I may have seen it and
I'm
thought about doing it.
almost certain we've had something out of Woodinville.
I looked in all the descriptions and I could
Wow.
not find it. So unless we didn't used to put it in the notes or something, I don't know.
Or maybe we had it like before the actual podcast, possibly.
Oh, you know what? Actually, I could do some on the fly. I'm going to do some on the fly sleuthing here using our old friend Vodka Ron's tracker.
Woodinville sounds so familiar. I know we have had to have had it at some point. Or something from Woodinville.
That's what I thought, but I mean, I'm telling you, I looked. You can search in our podcast history.
I rely on you to being able to know how to do that. I do not know how to do that.
Oh, okay. Here, I'm in the spreadsheet, so let's see. We did not.
Okay.
I don't know how, because I agree with you. It feels like maybe this is like a Mandela effect thing or something. Like,
Well, I feel like we had a whiskey from Woodinville, maybe.
you think
but
like
maybe
a different brewer or a different distillery out of Woodinville, and then this is like Woodinville proper.
Well, I hate to say, if I lived in Woodinville, I'd be drunk on whiskey 24/7. I bet they have more than 2 distilleries.
What's the deal with Woodinville? I need to
No,
know
I
that.
don't know.
Is it
There's nothing
Washington,
wrong.
baby?
There's nothing wrong with Woodinville. It's just like outside of Seattle.
Okay. But yeah, this is handmade in Washington State, Woodinville, Washington, pot distilled. It's a 90 proof. It calls it real craft whiskey. There's a very long thing on the back that I'm not going to read, but I do like their little slogan, which is smaller batches, bigger dreams.
Ooh, all right. We'll see if they live up to that. How's the smell?
Smells good. And not only do I have not only do I have a new whiskey from Washington State, I've got a new kind of ice cube,
Okay.
which is a little whiskey ball. It's kind of like your big cubes, but it's a ball.
I like it. We do have like a little ice ball shape mold as well. I haven't used it that much lately, but I want to break it back out.
I just realized that this is going to be the first potential on video review that we do, so there's a lot of pressure.
Oh yeah, this is all the pressure in the world. I hope it is not a boot. The color's actually kind of dark.
It is dark. You can see that it's coming through. It didn't do a good job with the cards, but it's doing a good job with that.
Yeah. No, that looks like it's gonna. It's funny that it's only 90 proof though.
Yeah, I mean 90 proof isn't, I guess that's kind of standard.
Yeah.
But I do like, this is also my skull glass that my sister got me. I don't know if you can see the bottom without me. It's a skull glass. You can trust me. It's got a skull indent in the bottom.
No, tip it over, let that whiskey spill right out.
When I drink, you'll see it.
Yeah, there we go.
I want to make sure it's lined up right. But yeah, I'm excited for this one because I feel like I'm going to investigate more after we're done. But I do agree with you that there's something about Woodinville that's familiar, but it seems these square bottles like this, like few, you can see it's just like a rectangle square bottle. Like few is like that. There's any bourbon I've had like that, I feel like I've liked it.
Yeah, I think it's just a nice shape for a whiskey bottle. It's kind of no frills. Did I miss it? Was that the first sip?
That was the first step. I'm jumping
Snaking it in there. Yeah.
So the smell is not anything. There's nothing really there's nothing super notable about the smell, but the first taste of it, I gotta say, it has a nice finish where there's no burning. Sometimes it's okay, like, like rice, which bring it with spiciness. Sometimes
Mhm.
that's nice, but in a bourbon, I do like when it's smooth and kind of more of that sweetness comes through. And that was what I got out of the first sip.
Yeah, I want a bourbon, not a burn bin.
I don't want to burn bin.
Yeah.
That just sounds like getting rid of evidence, and that's bad.
Yes. I don't know if you said it already. What was the price point on this one?
This was on sale, I believe, for like $45.
Okay. So you want it to be good.
Yeah. And I think it was like listed maybe in the low 50s and it was on sale for 45.
Okay. Hopefully not on sale because it's boot. But you shall see.
We're having a boot sale. No,
If
go
oh, go
ahead.
ahead.
Go ahead.
I have nothing
You
helpful
have
to
nothing.
say.
Um, I'm I'm liking it so far. The second sip was more the same. It's almost like we had another one like this recently, but it's a little buttery.
Ooh.
Um, which even though I'm vegan, I do like that
Yeah.
in my whiskeys.
No, that's always nice. I think is especially in a bourbon, it's nice to get a little bit of that.
Yeah, it just makes it feel like it goes to the quality in some way, I think, because it just how if you've had some of these before, I think I have too, but like those whiskeys where maybe it's not offensive, but it's just thin and kind of like doesn't have a lot of texture.
Yeah, you want some of that thickening it up so it like really gives you that sweater on the inside and then it really just feels like it's just slowly clogging your arteries.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's what you want.
Like when Homer Simpson wraps the stick of butter in bacon and pancakes. Okay, I have to say, and also props to Brewmate because this Brewmate reach out to us, sponsor us. I've got your beer warmer and your whiskey balls, and it did a good job with
Wow.
this whiskey. Um, Whiskey Sessions brought to you by Brewmate. This is on the smooth train.
All right, way to go, Woodinville, Washington.
It's really good. That's one of my favorites I've had recently, along with the one that Lisa got me from Nevada.
That's really good to hear. Because I think, we put a lot of whiskeys on the smooth train. We don't put too many whiskeys on the smooth train, but at the same time, it's nice to have one that you can like distinguish even from the other passengers on the train.
Yes, this is a distinguished guest.
All right, go out, get that Woodinville whiskey.